I'd like to bring the council meeting for Tuesday, June 6th of 2017. If we could all please stand for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Secretary, may I please have roll call?
Olivia Brady, Valerie Scott Cooper, Hakeem Jones, Heather Lewis, Sue Ann Gardner, Derek Perry, Sonia Sanders.
Here. Would a member of council like to make a motion to approve the workshop minutes from May 18th of 2017? All in favor? Meeting minutes are approved. Earlier this evening, we had executive session pertaining to litigation and real estate. Do we have any presentations this evening? Thank you, Mr. Jones. Do we have any announcements this evening? Councilwoman Brady.
Thank you, Madam President. I don't know if anybody is aware, but we actually have a world-famous artist living here in Norristown. He's going to be participating in the Engage with the Arts Montgomery County Open Studio Tour. I've put booklets in all of your boxes, and I have extra booklets on the table for the public. This is a tour that's being worked on in conjunction with the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention. The county studio tour is going to be held this weekend, Saturday, June 10th, and Sunday, June 11th. This is a free event. There are 51 artists and 20 studios that are going to be included with this tour, and you'll have an opportunity to go into the studios, meet the artists, talk about their work, and see up close and firsthand what kind of art they produce. So I encourage you to look into this if you're interested. You can go to their website at montgomerycountystudiotour.com, where you can get more information, and there are 5 different tours depending upon your geographical location, where there will be studios within your area. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Brady. Mr. Jones.
So this Saturday, there is a Norristown Police Department and State Police Department partnership event. Let's Protect Our Kids. It's a community police meet and greet. That's June 10th, the Airy Street parking lot on DeKalb and Airy Street. Time is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Bring your family and friends. There will be law enforcement, equipment, K9 exhibition, and the contact for that is Rich Booknight, and he can be reached at 215-828-4890. Thanks.
Thank you, Councilman Jones. Councilwoman Lewis.
On June 17th at the Carver Center, there's going to be the Knockout Against Violence. It's hosted by, let me see. Sorry, I just got this information today. The Healing Hearts Foundation of Berks County. She's a former Norristown resident who's been doing some similar work in surrounding counties and is looking to bring that program here to Norristown. She's seeking vendors. It's from 5 to 9 p.m. at the Carver Center on June 17th. There's going to be Joe Frazier's, one of his daughters is going to be there promoting her scholarship fund, other guest speakers, one of the boxing promoters from Muhammad Ali back in that day. So there's going to be some inspirational speakers, spoken word, music and food and things like that for the community. So she's looking to get some support to come out and for the young folks to come out and enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Councilwoman Lewis. Councilman Jones.
Yes, apologize, I forgot this the first time. There's another event at the Carver Community Center on Saturday the 17th. That will be in the morning. Aclamo Family Centers is having a Healthy Family Day where they will be meeting with residents and doing health screens and providing healthcare resources. So that is also at the Carver Center, Saturday the 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Thank you, Councilman Jones. Does that conclude the announcements? Thank you. Madam Secretary, do we have any public comments this evening?
No, we don't.
Thank you. Madam Secretary, do we have any communication this evening?
No, we don't.
Thank you. Next order of business we have is Municipal Council. Mr. Jones, if you could give us a brief summary of Resolution 17-135.
Resolution 17-135 is actually a request of council to appoint a qualified and interested resident to fill a vacancy on the advisory board for the council. This particular board is the zoning hearing board, which is in need of one member to serve in the remainder of Elizabeth Morrison's term as a standing zoning board, hearing board member. That member, who is now an alternate, is Mr. Jason Dennis, 1052 Powell Street, and this resolution is a request for council to make that appointment of Mr. Dennis as a full-fledged member of the zoning hearing board.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Would a member of council like to make a motion, excuse me, to appoint the vacancy for the for the zoning hearing board? Madam Secretary, may I please have roll call?
Olivia Brady, Valerie Scott Cooper, Hakeem Jones, Heather Lewis, Sonia Sanders.
Aye. That motion is approved. Next order of business we have is Planning and Municipal Development. Ms. Moussanier, if you could, please lead us into those two items.
Thank you, Madam President. This is an ordinance.
Excuse me, maybe it'd be more efficient if we perhaps open the public hearing, Madam President. Then Ms. Moussanier could give an explanation, and then council could receive comment on that. I don't know, Ms. Moussanier, if you thought that was
That's
probably
fine.
the easiest way to
That's
go.
fine.
All right,
So
thank you.
make a motion to open the public hearing.
Would a member of council like to make a motion to open the agenda item for a public meeting?
Public hearing.
Public hearing, sorry. All in favor? Aye.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Tonight we have a public hearing to consider the vacation of the 4-foot right-of-way on 220 West Main Street. I'm going to mark a couple exhibits on behalf of this public hearing, and that would be a copy of the petition of the residents of 220 West Main Street to request a vacation, a copy of the advertisement of this public hearing, and a copy of the ordinance itself. Perhaps Ms. Moussanier then could give a brief explanation, then council could comment, the public can comment, and then close the public hearing. And if council wanted to, they could vote on the ordinance to move forward this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Solicitor.
Go ahead. Okay, this ordinance pertains to the land development for the property located at 220 West Main Street. And this is to actually a petition to vacate the right-of-way, which is traversed on the property that the development is to occur on. It's a 4-foot right-of-way. This is the last part of the land development item that actually the gentlemen have been waiting for prior to them being able to record their plans, get their escrow and developers agreement so that they will go ahead and break ground. They've been waiting for a while, and I think we finally got everything together in the right track. The Planning Department recommends approval.
Thank you, Ms. Moussanier. Does any council members have any comments or questions? Councilman Jones?
Jane, you mind giving us an update on what that looks like for the right-of-way?
Sure, it's actually a paper alley. So it doesn't exist per se, it's just on paper. And if you want to develop on a parcel, you can't have unopened streets or unopened alleys that have to be cleared as we have this evening. And that's where they're going to be building that store. Yes.
Any other questions by council members? Seeing none, does any residents, constituents have any questions in regards to this matter? Ms. Starks?
Well, Ms. Starks, if you did want to make a comment on this item, I would suggest you just come to the podium and identify yourself.
I can hear you, but it's not clear. And I have a cold as well, so my ears are popping. If you could just a little bit, whatever you said.
A little louder? This is a land development for a store that is going to be built at Citgo. And what I was saying is that this right-of-way is actually on the parcel map. In order for the gentleman to build the store, you have to publicly clear it, and that's what we're doing tonight.
Oh, okay. All right, I heard you this time. Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that.
Thank you, Ms. Musanye. Any other questions from the public?
Madam President, if there are none, I suggest you make a motion to close the public hearing, and then council consider the vote on the ordinance if they so wish.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Solicitor. Would a member of council like to make a motion to close the public hearing for ordinance 17-05 for 220 West Main Street?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. The public meeting is closed. At this time, would a member of council like to make a motion to have the ordinance for 17025 to vacate a 4-foot right-of-way on 220 Main Street and subsequent consideration of ordinance 17-05 of 2017.
Second.
Madam Secretary, may I please have roll call?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. Ordinance 17-05 passes. Ms. Musanye, if you could, please give us a brief summary of Resolution 17-132. Oh, I am so sorry.
We're going to be building a convenience store at that end of the street, which I think will be great for the street. It's going to be lit up 24 hours a day. I mean, it will be opened all evening, all night, to make it safer there. And we're anxious to get started with construction. And we want to get those plans recorded as soon as possible, which hopefully we can get recorded tomorrow or as soon as you are able to let us go ahead and get them recorded. And we have our plans already submitted to the building department to get our building permits. All the insurances have been sent off and given to the building department. So we're ready to go.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay? Sounds good? Thanks. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Resolution 17-132 is the LERTA resolution that council approved, only that this is an updated version. When you approved the LERTA resolution before, it had the parcel number for the whole lot, but that was wrong because the land actually has been subdivided in 3 parcels. So it was issued a new parcel, and we were informed of that new number. Therefore, we're updating the resolution to that effect.
Thank you, Ms. Musanye. Have any questions or comments? Seeing none, would a member of council like to make a motion to approve Resolution 17-132 of 2017, approving Elon and Montgomery Park's LRTA application.
So moved.
Madam Secretary, may I please have roll call?
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. Resolution 17-132 passes. You're welcome. Next order of business we have is the municipal administrator in regards to the approval to issue the intent to award letters for the road maintenance.
Thank you, Madam President. This is actually an ongoing project that is finally coming to fruition. As you know, Council last year made approval of road projects after an assessment of all the roads have been done, have been accomplished. This is actually the first phase of what is the most ambitious road project, local road paving project that the municipality has undertaken. And we're pleased to bring it before you now with a request for council to not to approve the bid tonight, but to issue a notice of intent to award the contract and send award letters to Glasgow Inc. for the milling and paving contract, and AP Homes Incorporated for the ramps and curb contracts associated with undertaking phase one of this paving project. Again, this is the phase that deals with priority one roads, the worst roads in the municipality. This is these will be the initial roads of dealing with the 50 worst roads, which will take care of all of the worst road sections of road in the municipality over the course of the next 3 paving cycles. We have our municipal engineer, Brian Keaveney, here to talk with you and share information about the bids.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Crandall. And Cal sends his apologies he couldn't be here tonight, but I'll do my best to answer any questions that are associated with the bid. As you'd mentioned, 2 separate contracts were assembled, one primarily for milling and paving, and the other for the construction of ADA-compliant pedestrian ramps as well as targeted sidewalk and curbing improvements. As Crandall mentioned, this is the first year of the overall plan, so these are the higher priority locations. And for each contract, we've received 4 bids. Crandall summarized the low bid, and that is our recommendation. So with that, I'll answer any questions or provide any details if you'd like them.
Councilwoman Brady.
Thank you. I just have a question regarding the milling. When the material is taken off the roads and taken away, I don't know if this was involved with the contract or the bid at all, but were there any kind of environmental impacts that were associated with the removal of the material from the roads?
Typically, no. I mean, the contractor will dispose of it in a environmentally compliant fashion.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Would a member of council like to make a motion to approve the issuance of intent to award letters to Glasgow Inc. for the milling and paving contract and AP Home Improvement Incorporation for the handicap ramp and curb contract associated with Phase 1 of Norristown's 2017 road maintenance program?
Second.
All in favor? Any nays? Hearing none, the ayes have it, and that motion is approved. You're welcome, Mr. Jones. Next order of business we have is finance. Ms. Burkett.
Thank you, Madam President. Before you is a request to consider approving advertising of Ordinance 17-08 to amend the public bidding requirements. As of 2017, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania issued new guidelines for public bid, which included an amount of from 10, what we currently have on the books was in the municipal code under 4-35, and what is currently listed is $10,000 or below. There are no bid requirements. That would be changed to $10,700. Between $10,000 and $18,500, there is 3 telephonic or written quotes that is required for purchases. That now is $10,700 and $19,700. If the amount is over $19,700 for the bid of acquisition of equipment, supplies purchases, it will require a public bid process. We are recommending this to council to be in compliance and consistent with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania bid limits.
Thank you, Ms. Burkett. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, would a member of council like to make a motion to approve to advertise ordinance to amend public bidding requirements? Madam Secretary, may I please have roll call? Aye. The ayes have it. Ordinance 17-08 is approved. Next order of business we have is public safety. Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Madam President. Police Chief O'Donnell is away, actually involved in entry-level examinations for new entry-level firefighters. This resolution is a request to council to approve resolution number 17133, which basically amends the rules, civil service rules, to bring them in line with what our current labor agreement with the firefighters is, which would basically eliminate the fire marshal position, eliminate the battalion chief position, and add a captain's position, an assistant fire chief, and a deputy fire chief position. One of the reasons we, particularly in the new, you've had the conversations about battalion chiefs before, you've had conversations about the captains before, but this new addition, this new item has to do with the deputy fire chief, because as council knows, the only management-related position in the fire service is the chief. And so if the chief is away on vacation, there is no management-related personnel to be in charge of operations. It is all personnel that's in the labor union. One of the things that we have proposed and discussed with the Civil Service Commission, and they agreed, was that in order to do so, we would modify the duties of the fire marshal, which currently is in the union, in the labor union, to a deputy fire chief, so that there would ultimately be management on the second in command on the management side. This will not occur as a result tonight of this action, but it will bring us to that step in terms of setting up our operations so that in the next labor negotiations, which will come up next year, we will post this position and negotiate this position as a non-union position. We've had discussions with the labor union about it, and they're well aware of it. We actually have been in the process of trying to fill the vacancy of the fire marshal position, but we did not want to do so without this piece of legislation being in place to do that. And so all parties have had discussions. We actually have a member on board that is ready to become the deputy fire chief, and also which would encompass duties of the fire marshal. And basically the setup as it would be as a result also of these changes is that as you know, when we added the captain's position, the requirement that was that a captain had to have 5 years in the force. In order to be an assistant fire chief, you have to have been a captain first. And now in order to be a deputy fire chief, you have to have been an assistant fire chief to continue that process. So this again is a request. The Civil Service Commission met. They approved the resolution.
You have their resolution as a part of this package, and we are asking now, because it takes council's action by resolution to ratify the civil service action, that you approve this resolution tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, would a member of council like to make a motion to approve the resolution to amend the current civil service rules regarding the Norristown Fire Department? Madam Secretary, may I please have roll call? Aye. The ayes have it. Resolution 17-133 passes. Next order of business we have is code enforcement. Mr. Simonson.
Thank you, Madam President.
You're welcome.
The HARB certificate of appropriateness for May 2017 are as follows. 1027 DeKalb, application received to restore a front porch. 619 Swede Street, application received to review a storefront. 901 DeKalb, application received to install a new front porch. 1010 West Main Street, to install new windows throughout the building's first floor. 106 East Main Street, to install a new roofing system. 124 West Marshall Street, remove wood windows and replace with vinyl. 1030 West Marshall Street, install slate, remove a slate roof and install a slate look-alike roof. And 260 Minor and 262 Minor to restore fire properties, which would include new windows, doors, roofing, the whole remodel, roofing, siding, and new chimney. All of these matters did go in front of the board, and the board recommended approval with exceptions that they noted.
Thank you, Mr. Simonson. Councilwoman Brady.
Thank you. Just a quick question at 106 East Main Street. What is the roofing system material to be used?
The new roofing system is, they have a architectural shingle that mocks a slate type shingle now, and they bring it here. They look through the samples, and the hardboard picks which one they could use.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none, would a member of council like to make a motion to approve the certificates of appropriateness for the properties that were rolled on by the HARB board?
So moved.
All in favor? Any nays? The ayes have it. That motion is approved. Would a member of council like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
All in favor? The ayes have it. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.